determined to play well, win the game, hopefully get on the score sheet. He won't want to have a poor game, lose the game, make a mistake, whatever it will be. Because in your final game, you want everything to go right, and that's how Steve will be thinking now. There's been a lot of attention, rightly so, but the main thing is to play the game and him to do well, because that will make him happy.
Here he comes. Listen to the noise. Who's on penalties today?
Me.
Corners.
Everything. Goal kicks the lot.
Enjoy it. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully we'll get another word with Stephen Gerrard before his day is done later.
Cam working today, as Zalo says. Gerrard has done his warm-up. He's returned to the tunnel, where he was met by his three girls, Lexi Lords and Lily Ella. What a day for the Gerrard family. And what a day for the man himself, for whom Liverpool, he says.
Okay, that's it, lovely.
Footballers wearing the famous red shirt over the years, but this man is truly unique. After growing up as a man who dreamt of playing in front of the Kop, he went on to make 708 appearances, 502 in the Premier League, scoring 119 goals and winning almost all there was to win. For those of you in the Kop and the lower centenary, please raise your cards now to welcome your captain onto the pitch for his final game at Anfield. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Stephen Gerrard!
Kick-off against Crystal Palace is next. Lexi, Lily, Ella and Lords. And just listen to Anfield. The moment that Stephen Gerrard has been dreading is at most 90 minutes of football away. The Liverpool... Here's Gerrard, closed down by Chamak. Looks like Gale, Ledley and a magnificent...
Ledley, they're very fortunate to get away without a booking.
Gerrard over this free kick then, to the home side. Lovren on the penalty spot. Sends it. Gerrard making the run again. He has scored in 2015. Here's Gerrard. Bends it into the penalty area.
Get in the way of Balassi and put him off.
Nice intelligent play by Crystal Palace down the right-hand side.
That all started from that wonderful pass by Scott Dan. 60-70 metre pass straight.
Gerrard into the penalty area. Here he is. He's one of our own from the Palace fans towards Jason Punchin. Moss blows the whistle, it's half-side. He's been on the periphery of most of the actions as his best goal for Liverpool this week. Steven Gerrard said simply FA Cup final. The 91st minute equaliser against West Ham United in 2006. He scored 2 in that game. It ended 3-3 after extra time against Alan Pardew's West Ham United. Liverpool won on penalties. When asked his most important goal, one word: Istanbul. We spoke about that, Graham, before the game, didn't we? The best night of my life, he said, as captain. There was no prouder man on the planet that night than me. His best teammate, interestingly, Luis Suarez. And then the biggest disappointment, and it's obvious, and he says it leaves a big dent in the trophy cabinet. It's the league, and last season, as he acknowledges, was the best chance. He says it makes it more painful because it was so recent, and then poignantly says there's nothing I can do about it now. And we look at the monumental highs, and I'm sure in the context of a 17-year career, once a few people are removed from what's happened recently, all those great moments will come to the fore. But every week since the slip, again back, punching, offering support. We try to thread it to Gerrard, who wins possession back against Chamakh.
We've seen him in most of the game. They will swap occasionally.
Liverpool need a Steven Gerrard special.
On another replay, it's very, very tight.
Sterling. Gerrard!
As Sterling got out of that situation was fantastic. Never reached, did he, Steven Gerrard?
Gerrard against MacArthur. Sterling in support. Gerrard slides it in. Chan.
Good football by Liverpool again. Coutinho, the architect of the first bit, drew a...
Here's Sterling, Henderson, Gerrard, Henderson. For Sterling to chase. Now Gerrard, chased by MacArthur, as he has been all afternoon. Sterling, as he faced the ball down. The cop can sit over on the edge. Gerrard curls one. Didn't quite get the power, certainly not the direction. He is Liverpool's top scorer in all competitions this season with 12. 8 of them have come in the Premier League. 5 of those 12 goals were penalty kicks. A man who's been captain here since 2003. Gerrard again. A bit of time and space on the edge there, just couldn't connect as he'd wanted.
The ball in had way too much pace on it. Completely the wrong angle to do that. The Liverpool fans, they've got a good sense of humour. The Palace team than there is the Liverpool team. And that would be my big concern about Liverpool this season. They've not settled on a...
By them. And a sad end to Steven Gerrard's career on home turf. There's alert after the initial save. Palace lead 3-1.
It took him 2 goes, didn't it? There's no...
And he makes a darting run to the near post. It's all over. John Moss blows the whistle. And for the 354th and final time, Steven Gerrard has appeared for Liverpool at Anfield. There was no fairy tale. The legends have gathered here, but Crystal Palace have played superbly, and they get the win. Once more to the Britannia Stadium next weekend for Steven Gerrard and Liverpool. One more performance before he rides off into the sunset to the LA Galaxy.
to do that. On several occasions, he could have moved away. Mourinho is becoming rare by the year, for sure. You know, to compare him to Steven Gerrard, but he'll try to take that leadership side of things and captain the side. You live and breathe it, and not just at the football club and training and football games. You react, and your mood will change depending on results on the Saturday. Big clubs don't lose very often, obviously, but you know, emotionally it's a roller coaster, not only for the player but also for the family and the kids. And he's also got his nieces there and nephews there, and obviously a large family throughout Liverpool.
Moments away now from walking out. He will say a few words to the fans as well. Do you think they're given, this isn't his last match, he's obviously playing next week at Stoke.
Journey, and certainly an opportunity for him and his family to try something different away from Liverpool and Merseyside.
It's a good point, because people say, well, yeah, he's basically retiring, going to MLS. It's very unfair, I think, on MLS.
Yeah.
Not to mention, that character, that player will not take it easy in any match.
Yeah, no, exactly. And whether he'll come back and he'll actually come a loan period next January, it's certainly open door to him to do so. But honestly, I think that we've seen the last of Steven Gerrard at Liverpool football.
This is Anfield, touched perhaps the last time by Steven Gerrard. We do mention the possibility of
Those from the Kirby Academy under the graduation of Steve Highway, Hughie Macaulay and Dave Shannon to become one of the most complete footballers in world football. This man simply had it all. The growing influence in the treble season, Olympiacos, the Gerrard final against West Ham in 2006, and the big one, the night of our lives in 2005. Words don't do justice to what this guy means to us. Gerrard, Julio, I know it's the point that you've been dreading for a while. How did it feel to play your last game potentially here at Anfield?
Yeah, it felt very strange. As you say, I've been dreading this moment, and the reason being is because I'm going to miss it so much. I've loved every minute of it, and I'm absolutely devastated. I'm never going to play in front of these supporters again.
So many fantastic moments here at Anfield. If you had to pick one of those games to relive again here in this fantastic arena, what would it be?
I think it's very difficult to pick one, but I think the very first time I ran out, thanks to this man here to my left, is a moment I'll never forget. You know, the first time you ever play for Liverpool Football Club is a dream come true. Everything else after that was a bonus for me. So the very first time I played for Liverpool was an absolute dream.
You've spoken this week about the future, and obviously you're off to a fantastic adventure now that the family will enjoy, but you've spoken about the potential of coming back here one day. What about the future of this club? Are you optimistic that it's in the right place and we can move on without you?
If you go on today's performance, every chance. Listen, the club's in good hands. We've got two fantastic owners. We've got Ian underneath that, and then we've got a fantastic manager in Brendan. And as you can see, there's unbelievable potential in the squad. You know, I'm sure that there's going to be some new signings in the coming weeks, but you know, I just look at the players in front of me who've shared the dressing room with for many, many years. I absolutely love them to death, and I wish them every success in the future.
Just one final question to Steven Gerrard, and this is going to be the hardest of the lot, I'm sure. It's your chance to say to the Liverpool fans what you want to say at the end.
Yeah, I think first and foremost I'd like to thank everyone at the club who's helped me over the last 17 years from top to bottom. There's no order. There's too many people to name. I'd like to thank all my teammates today in the squad, even the players that never got on. All the ex-players that have played it over the years, you know, they've made me the player I am today. But I have to say my last thank you to the most important people at any football club, but these supporters stand out more than any of them. I've experienced just before I go, before the tears come, as I say, I've played in front of most supporters around the world, but let me tell you, you're the best. And thank you very much. All the best.